Good evening, everyone. It is Thursday, May 8th, 2025. Before I start, I just want to apologize. I was in Loud City last night. It was a great game, but my voice took a beating. Over the last week, I've gotten 3 phone calls specifically asking about what's going on in the Norman housing market. So I wanted to take a couple minutes and just do a quick video. This is going to be single family homes, regardless of size, bedroom, or bathroom count, which is total numbers of what the MLS was showing for the month of April. So that way we can evaluate trends and what is specifically going on in that market. So in April, in Norman, the median sale price was $304,490. That's a slight decrease of $100 compared to the month before, which was at $305,000 total. The new listings data from April through March, we saw an increase of 22.6%. That number was at 228 compared to the month before, which was 193. For homes for sale, we had 393 in March. Compare that to 420 in April. Pending sales, we went from 158 to 174 in April. That's an increase of 18.4%. Closed sales, we went from 135 to 156. That's an increase of 17.3%. Days on market stayed flat at 21 days on market. And the months of inventory went up slightly. In March, that number was 3.0, and that number increased to 3.20. The percentage of list price to sale, it went down slightly. It was at 99.4 in March, and that went down to 99.2. And that number is important because that tells us how close on target we are when it comes to pricing, but it also helps us see a little bit of how much competition is in the market as well. The median price per square foot went down from 170 in March to 169 in April. And the shows to pending, this is important because if you're on the market and your property is not showing at these rates, now every property is different, some show less, some show more, but if you're not in these numbers, it could be an indication that you may not be in alignment with what the market is wanting price or condition wise with your property. So in Norman, that number went from 8.0 in March to 7.0 in April. So that's 7 showings, 2 pendings, median wise for each property. And the shows total per listing went down slightly. It went from 4.4 in March to 4.3 in April. So what these numbers are bearing out is that we're continuing to see inventory build in our local markets. Now, we haven't seen this amount of inventory nationally since before COVID. Oklahoma right now is sitting at 26% more inventory than this time last year. And so over time, it looks like we're going to continue this trend of it being more of a buyers-friendly market, giving them more options. This is not by any means a textbook definition of a buyer's market, but it does mean that with buyers having more options, sellers have to be more considerate of price and condition when they're evaluating their properties for sale. So if you have any questions, if you want to know any information about your own city or zip code, because this can change wildly from location to location. A couple miles up the road and more, it's a completely different market. So if you have any questions or calls, give me a call or text at 580-917-2731, and I appreciate y'all watching. Have a great evening.